does get warm. It does rain sometimes. Thanks, John. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next scenario. You all did a pretty good job on that one. And let's be our next volunteer.
I'll do it. I've just done it before, so does anyone else
Does anyone want to do it?
I think that's fine. Extra
You
pressure.
can't volunteer anymore, though. Just kidding.
I'll do it.
Why don't we popcorn?
Oh.
We can popcorn. We'll do
I
that.
don't think anything.
Let the TIs call someone out.
Cool.
Or would you agree?
Okay. So you are giving tours. Half of the group decides that they have to go to the bathroom. How would you handle this situation to regain control of your tour? So when you were at the ARC, what would you say?
I understand. I understand if you need to use the restroom. We will be continuing on with tour. We're going to exit the ARC and head past Meeting House Arena. So if you just want to meet up with us when you're done, that'd be great.
That's good. Yeah.
Good job, Jordan. All right, so yeah, this one's a tricky one. So how would you handle this situation? Something that you would do different? Do something the same? Yeah, Alexis.
Just like a heads up, the bathrooms that are at the ARC, they're not public bathrooms. So I know if like you do say that they like want to go to the bathroom, that like the ambassador get in trouble for it because it's like an issue with people that work at the ARC. So I get that case here by the ARC, you can direct them to like Peters and Johnson because there's bathrooms in there, but that's still kind of like out the
Out
way.
there.
But it's just like kind of have to.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, the bathrooms in the ARC, they're not necessarily for public use. So it's only for people, you know, that have an ARC membership. So that could get a little tricky because you're not really supposed to like let them in. But if it is the case that they go in, then, you know, I think what Jordan said of like, all right, you know, we can take like 2 minutes to go in and then I'll meet you back outside. And usually it's usually the PSC ones where we have high school groups that like one of them goes in and they all want to use the restroom. And in that case, I would also use your chaperones to assist with that because you definitely don't know, you know, how many students are here and, you know, who went in the bathroom and who didn't. That's not necessarily your responsibility to, you know who's still missing. So, yeah. Angela?
Sometimes you don't really have a choice. You sometimes won't ask. They'll see a bathroom sign and just leave. So you'll have to be aware of who's in your tour group. Go inside the ARC, go out just like normal, but if I notice people are missing, I'll wait till they come out, because usually by the time I back out, they'll be out as well. Or they'll be out after. So you just have to make sure you're paying attention to when people disappear. Kind of like when Jonathan said they all went to get shakes. You have to be aware of who comes in and who comes out too.
I just want to mention this because this actually happened on my Monday shadow tour. So these two women, they were lagging behind in general, like during the entire tour. They were just like slower walkers and that kind of stuff. But when we got into the ARC, they went into the ARC bathroom, and then I told the tour guide, who is the main one, I just don't want to point them out, but I told them, I was like, oh, there are two women who went into the restroom, like, we just might want to walk a little slower because they were already walking slower than just the rest of our group. And then we ended up actually losing them, and their student was still on the tour, and they called the student, and we were by Cal Pooley, and then the student was trying to direct them, and I ended up having to go back and grab them, so that was just a situation that actually happened this week, so.
Yeah, so, no, and I think that's, you know, they'll probably call the student or whoever, you know, family member, but I think that was good that you went back to go get them, but yeah, if they choose to go to the restroom, like, you can't really stop them, right, they have to go. But I think that was a good team effort on your end, so good job. Yeah, Stephanie?
Can you say before you go into the ARC that they're not public restrooms, so please don't use them? Can
Yeah.
you say that?
Yeah, you can, and just let them know, that they're not, like, for use. I know we talk about, the pictures, not using cameras, so that's definitely something that you can use in there. And the PSC does let them know that they should use the restroom before the presentation. We also defer from them going to the bathroom before you're gonna start, because then that delays you all going out on tour as well, and I know sometimes that like sneak in and then you have to wait, but you know, we try to be as flexible as we can, but also trying to make sure that our process still continues. Is there any other?
I actually have a question because I actually want to know. So if they do ask to use the ARC restroom and you say, like, you know, it's actually not for public use, where would you, I mean, I know you said Pierce Gym, but that's pretty far. Is there like,
the closest one,
Yeah.
it's the closest public restroom.
would we,
We talk about pools.
yeah, can we say, well, we're heading to Cal Poly?
Is there, bathrooms on the first floor?
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
wondering.
like
Okay.
right past the pharmacy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could be an option.
Okay, so yeah, so maybe you could just say that, you could say, well, actually, we're heading somewhere that does have a public restroom in just a few minutes, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or
But,
something
you know,
along those
just use
lines.
your judgment, cause
Yeah.
again, that, we don't want that to delay you all and the rest of the tour group. So
Mhm.
if you have like a group of, 5 or 10, it's still, gonna affect everyone waiting
Right,
there.
exactly.
And if you kinda see like, okay, it seems like the group is okay with this,
Mhm.
then you keep on going, right? And if you don't have class and those things, you just kinda wanna assess it.
Yeah.
Olivia, was that a hand? No, just stretching, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and transition to our next activity. You all did a good job with this. So for this next one, again, some of you are gonna be